Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, and today I am so excited to be reviewing a newer brand to me called KOSAS. I found out about the brand about 2 months ago. I started kind of seeing their products over Instagram, and I was like, they sound like a very good brand. They sound very interesting. And what really drew me in was their tinted face oil. So I went into Sephora, picked it up, fell head over heels for it. It is so beautiful, and we'll talk about that later. And so I wanted to explore the brand more. I went on their website, saw that they had an affiliate program, and I decided to apply for it. They accepted me, and I was really excited about it. So I reached out to them and asked if I could receive a couple of products to review more for you guys. And they were so generous to send me almost their whole entire collection of products. So I'm really excited to be previewing them for you and demoing them for you all. These are my first impressions outside of the tinted face oil because I have been using that for over 2 months from when I purchased that. But the rest of the products are new to me. I will be giving you my full thoughts on them. We're gonna do a full day wear test on these products so that we can all get a good idea of how they last, how well they perform, and all that good stuff. So stay tuned. If this is your first time here, I definitely want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. And I'd love for you to stay and subscribe to my channel and join me here on this YouTube journey. And if you are a returning subscriber, you know that I really appreciate you all so much. Thank you for every like and for every comment and for constantly supporting my channel and being there for me. It really does mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. So I'm sorry if my voice sounds like a little froggy. I've been up since 6:30. I've been up for more than 2 hours, but I guess I haven't really been talking much, so that's why it sounds like this. Okay, so the first product that I want to try is this KOSAS Sports Lip Balm. So it's a hyaluronic lip balm in the shade called Pulse. And so you just pull off the cap like so, and then you can twist the product up like this. And so this is the shade. My lips are chapped, so I do want to try this. And it's got a nice peppermint scent to it. And I like this tint of color that it has. But it feels very soft. It feels very much like a balm. So this lip balm comes in 3 colors and it retails for $18. It is described as a lip balm you've been waiting for. It's infused with an ultra hydrating gel-like network of konjac root to anchor spheres of hyaluronic acid on the lips, where they get to work sealing in moisture, protecting against environmental damage, and coating lips to harness their own healing powers. There's other natural oils and vitamins that are in this lip balm to help nourish your lips. And then there's an earthy mint scent, which I tasted and smelled, that soothes and energizes you into a sports state of mind. So this was cool. So they don't have a primer, so I'm gonna go in with the Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas. I did receive this in a deluxe sample from Sephora. So I'm just gonna put this all over my T-zone. Okay, so here is the KOSAS Tinted Face Oil, the product that I do know and very much love. They actually sent me 2 additional tinted face oils. So the shade that I wear, so this is the bottle that I purchased. This is shade 7.5. They also sent me another 7.5. and then is shade 8. I will go ahead and swatch shade 7.5 and 8 so that if you're around my complexion, you can get an idea as to what shade would match you better. Okay, so here is shade 7.5 and here is shade 8. And so as you can see, shade 8 is a little more red versus shade 7.5. When I swatched this on my face, it does look like it would be more of a summer shade for me. But as of right now, this is the shade that I have been wearing, and I really do like how this looks on my face. So of course we're gonna apply 7.5 today. So first you wanna shake it up really good because this is an oil-based oil-based tinted face oil. You definitely wanna shake it up so that the formula doesn't separate. Just to give you a quick overview of this, like I said, it comes in 16 shades. This does retail for $42, and it says it's featherweight, medium coverage foundation, and it deeply hydrates the skin elixir. It is going to be formulated with avocado oil, red raspberry oil, green tea seed oil, meadow foam oil, jojoba oil, and rosehip seed oil, which I absolutely love. I use this every night. Not this, but rosehip seed oil every night. And then just overall, the KOSAS brand is cruelty-free, gluten-free, and made without parabens, phthalates, mineral oil, propylene glycol, phenoxyethanol, synthetic fragrance. It is never tested on animals. So what I really like about this foundation is that you can apply it a plethora of ways. Number one, you can mix it in with your regular moisturizer and literally apply it and leave. You can also just apply it on your face and then go, because I've definitely done that before. Or you can build up the coverage and then, you know, treat it as a foundation where you're gonna apply more products on top for a full face of wear or a full face of makeup. I've had this foundation now for about 2 months and I just love it. So as you can see, my skin honestly just looks like skin. It just looks really healthy and vibrant, and I really, really, really do enjoy this foundation. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more foundation around my cheek area just to show you the coverage and how it can build. I typically leave it like this with that one layer on a day-to-day basis, but I just wanna show you that it is a little buildable and you can get about a nice medium coverage out of this if you were to build it up. I've never used this foundation with a damp beauty sponge just because it is oil-based. I just stick with a dry application. So this is what we're looking like. Okay, now let's go into concealer. So this is their Revealer Concealer, which I think the name is really cute. They sent me 2 shades. They sent me 7.5 and 7. Here we have shade 7. This is shade 7.5. And just to show you what both of them look like on the skin, I'm gonna apply both and then mix them. There are also 16 shades of this concealer. It does retail for $28. And it says this is a medium to full coverage clean concealer that actually improves the appearance of your skin complexion to reveal better skin. It covers and reduces the look of dark circles and blemishes, but still fully looks like your skin. It's packed with potent botanicals that nourish and also gives you a smooth, radiant finish. It's super creamy, super brightening, like a light bulb for your skin. This is what shade 7 looks like. And I honestly can wear either shade. I really just think it depends on how bright I want to go under the eye. So this I think would be better when I have more of a tan. This one I think would look good really all year round. So I'll add a little bit of 7.5 to this side and a little bit of 7 on this side. Add a concealer. Added both shades down my T-zone, and then we're just gonna mix this. Blend this in with this Morphe E8 brush. Okay, so here's the concealer blended out on my face. And I think my face looks nice and radiant with the concealer. It does feel lightweight so far. It doesn't feel heavy, and I think it did blend in very easily into my skin. And yeah, I think this looks nice. So I'm gonna set my under eye area, and I'm just gonna go in with the Pat McGrath under eye setting powder right here. So I'm gonna do that, and then we'll come back and apply the rest of the products onto the face. Now let's go into some cream products. So here we have the Color and Light Cream Blush and Highlight palette. This is in the shade, is it Helios? I think that's how you pronounce it. So all of the cardboard packaging, for the most part, is just this white base packaging with black writing. This is what the outside of the compact looks like. And then this is what the inside of the compact looks like. So here is your blush color, and this is your highlight color. I did already swatch it because I posted pictures of this on my Instagram, but I have not applied this to the face. So this is my first time applying it to the face. So I'm gonna go with my Wingos 10 brush, and I'm gonna apply this to the cheeks to see what this looks like. And this is giving me a light flush of color. So they do have these cream blushes in 7 shades, and what I like about them is that they have your standard cream blush, and then they have a high intensity cream blush. So I'm going to show you a picture of it here, and hopefully you can see what I'm talking about, but the intensity shades are just much more pigmented. So with these blushes, they do retail for $34, and they're described as an earth meets sun blush duo that smolders with fire and flight. So for this particular one, it's a burnt orange cream blush that brings warmth and liveliness with gold, with a gold highlighter that mimics the desert sunlight. So key ingredients in the blush is going to be apricot kernel seed oil, rosehip seed oil, and jojoba seed oil. So I am really interested in the high intensity shades of these blushes because I do feel like it would give me more color. This one, which is great, is giving me light pigmentation, so I think it looks deeper than what it actually looks like on the skin, but I do feel like I'm having to use a lot of product to build it up onto my skin. Let me go with another brush just to see if I can get more pigmentation from another brush. I forgot what haired brush this is, but it's not a synthetic brush. This is a synthetic brush, so I feel like I'm getting more pigment from the synthetic brush. So I do like this actual color. Now that I'm using a synthetic brush, I can see it more. And so, yes, these are the shades that I like to wear. This is the highlight shade, just for reference again, this gold highlight shade here. Let's apply this right here. Cream highlight is very nice. I think it's giving me a nice subtle sheen that I am building up because I want it to be a little bit more prominent. But I do think if you wanted something nice and subtle, if you didn't want like a stark highlight, you could definitely achieve that with this particular product. It doesn't, it's not picking up the foundation underneath, which is really nice. And I'm loving like this glossy look that it's leaving on the skin. It seems to be applying to the powdered parts of my face pretty nicely too, because I did powder my T-zone. I'm gonna go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Powder in medium tan, and I'm just going to set the perimeter of my face because I do want to prolong this makeup because we're going to be wearing this all day. I did receive a pressed powder highlight and blush palette. So this is the Longitude Zero Color and Light pressed powder, and I want to apply this too. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go in with this pink shade. I'm just going to apply this like right here. Ooh, this is pretty. I like that. I pretty much covered up that orangey shade, but that's okay. Whoa. Okay, so this is pigmented. Whoa. I was not expecting that. Oh, yeah, that's a little better. Now let's try the highlight shade. So I'm just gonna apply that on top of this shade. Oh yeah, we'll apply it on top of here. And it might, yeah. We're taking away some of that glowy shine. And plus this highlight looks a little bit more pink based, versus the cream highlight was more gold, but it still looks like a very pretty highlight. Did y'all see that? Hopefully you can. Then KOSAS sent me these two products, which I was so interested in getting them. I saw them reviewed on someone else's channel, and they are their 10-second eyeshadows. So this is what the packaging looks like, standard white and black packaging. And I have two shades. They're called their 10-second eyeshadows, and they're liquid, like they're liquidy. So it applies as a liquid, but it does dry down. So this is the shade Fahrenheit, and then this is the shade Copper Halo, this right here. So these come in a total of 8 shades. They retail for $28, and it says your eyeshadow game is about to change. 10-second eyeshadow is a clean, water-based, fast-drying, crease-resistant formula for buildable, high-impact color that stays all day. It's meant to be worn as a wash of color for the most modern take on a fresh eye. The formula is carefully crafted with skin-benefiting ingredients to smooth and tone. So the key ingredients are going to be apricot kernel seed oil, rosehip seed oil, and jojoba seed oil. So as you can see, for me just reading that description, if we take a look again, the eyeshadow has already started to dry a little bit, and I see it more in the Fahrenheit shade. You see this other upper part has dried, and it's still drying down here. And then the Copper Halo looks, for the most part, pretty dried on the skin. So if I rub Copper Halo like so, it's still able to be blended onto my skin, but a good part of it is still staying in place. So let's see how this wears throughout the day. Okay, so let's go in with the Fahrenheit shade, and I'm just gonna take it directly from the container and just plop it right here on the eye and blend it in. So I'm going in with a Rephr 01 brush, and I'm just gonna blend this into the crease and kind of just diffuse it over the eye like so. And it does seem to be blending pretty quickly. What do you guys think? Looks kind of good to me. So I did just add a little bit more of the eyeshadow to build it up because I felt like this side was a little more pigmented than this side. And it does seem to be building up pretty nicely, which is good. So, okay, let's go in with Copper Halo, and I'm going to apply that right here on the inner corner. So now I'm gonna go in with my Rephr 02 brush, and we're just gonna pat this into my eye and just kind of blend that into this Fahrenheit shade. I feel like I could wear this Copper Halo shade just all over the eye for a quick eye look. Like just a quick one eyeshadow eye look and be out the door. This is pretty. All right, I'm gonna take Fahrenheit, that purple shade, and I'm gonna put it on my hand and then get my pencil brush and just dip my pencil brush into the shade here and then apply that to the lower lash line. And then same thing, I'm gonna take the shade Copper Halo, apply it to the back of my hand, and then take my pencil brush and just dip it in there so I can apply some to the inner corner and then drag it down to the inner corner of the eye. Okay, so I'm gonna finish off my eyes and then we'll come back to apply some lips and we'll be all right. I am back and we are going to finish off with some lips. So they sent me a couple of different lip products. So this is their weightless lip color, and I have the shade Dark Room, and they also sent me the shade Undone. So their lipsticks come in 11 shades. They retail for $28. Lipsticks are formulated with mango seed butter, shea butter, cocoa seed butter, green tea seed oil, rosehip seed oil, jojoba oil, and sweet orange oil. So a lot of nourishing aspects to it. So this is the shade Dark Room, which is right here, which looks like a beautiful, deep, dark cherry red. And then we have this shade called Undone. Dark Room is described as a cool tone purplish red lipstick, and Undone is going to be described as a warm tone pinkish brown lipstick. So I'm gonna put on, oh wait, I actually got a deluxe sample from Sephora in the shade Rose Water. So this is what Rose Water looks like. And Rose Water is described as a cool tone sheer pink lipstick. We have Rose Water here, then we have Dark Room here, and then we have Undone here. Let's put all three on my lips. So here's Rose Water, and I think this is a really, really pretty everyday type of color. I would definitely throw this shade in my purse because I feel like it's pretty neutral. It's not overpowering. My lips have some dry spots, some dry texture on it, and this feels really, really hydrating to my lips. All right, let's try Undone. This is the color I want to wear, so I hope it works. Yes, I like this color a lot. So ironically, this feels like a little more matte than Rose Water did, but I believe they are the same formula. Interesting. It doesn't feel dry, so don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel dry, but it just doesn't feel as like, it doesn't feel as silky as Rose Water. Ooh, here we go. So there is difference. So Rose Water is described as sheer, and so it is more silky and hydrating, whereas Undone is a sexy full coverage high impact neutral. So this has more pigment to it, which is probably why it feels a little more, it doesn't feel as like silky sheer, but it still feels really good to the skin. Okay, take this off and put the last one on. This is pretty. This is pretty. This is a cooler tone wine, a cooler wine tone, and I am here for wine. I love me all types of red wine. But What I like about this is that it doesn't feel heavy. None of the lipsticks felt heavy on the lips. None of them feel dry. This shade, Dark Room, it feels a little more hydrating than, what is this? Undone. And it just feels really good on the lips. It literally doesn't feel like I'm wearing a lipstick. I like that even though I applied this all over my lips, I'm not getting any on my teeth because I hate that. And I hate having to remember to like stick my finger in my mouth to pull off the excess so I don't get lipstick on my teeth. I like that it's not that emollient. So even though it's formulated with a lot of oils, it's not like too emollient. Now, the last thing that they did send me is this wet lip oil gloss. So this is the outside of the packaging. So this is the only packaging that I have that's not their standard black and white. And this is in the shade Dip. So there are 5 shades of these lip gloss oils. They retail for $27, and this is a hybrid lip treatment plus a gloss that is packed with peptides that plump and hydrate, all while providing a juicy slick of color. It is a 100% treatment, a 100% gloss. It's going to be formulated with hyaluronic acid, peptides, evening primrose oil, and other botanicals that will work to hydrate, plump, and protect the lips. I did apply this yesterday and I really did like the texture of it on my lips alone. It is definitely a lip gloss I would throw in my purse as well. It's thin in formula, so it's not thick and sticky like they said. And I do feel like it lasted on my lips for a pretty decent amount of time. So this is the final look, and let me just say, I am really happy with how this whole face came together. I don't have any bronzer on, but I do feel like both cheap products are giving me enough depth that I don't feel like I'm missing bronzer too much. So all in all, I'm really liking my base here. I'm gonna go about my day. It is currently now 12:29. So I'm gonna go about my day. We'll check back in at the end of the day to see how all of these products held up. And then okay guys, we are back. It is the end of the day and I've had this foundation on and this makeup on. The foundation I've had on for over 8 hours because I put it on around 8 something this morning and it's now after 5. So we've had that actually over 9 hours. And then the rest of the face makeup we've had on, let's say for about 7 hours because I had to take a break in between foundation and concealer and then the other products. So essentially we've had these products on for a full day. So I'm gonna come in a little closer so you can take a look and see how everything is wearing or has worn. So I just finished eating. So if you see some wear around my mouth, I just finished eating and it was good. But I just wanted you all to take a look to see how everything looks so that you can form your own opinion about the products. But for me, I mean, the tinted face oil, I already knew I was gonna love that. I love, like I said, how my face still looks radiant, but it doesn't look overly dewy and overly greasy. But for me, I feel like I could touch this up very easily and keep going about my day. I feel like the products on top wore very well as well. So I can definitely see the cream blush. I can see the powder blush that I put on top, and I can see the highlights. I mean, I think everything held up so well. And you guys, look at this eyeshadow. I am impressed because it did not crease. And y'all, a lot of eyeshadows crease on me. My Pat McGrath eyeshadows crease on me. My Natasha Denona eyeshadows crease on me. Like if I don't put down a primer and I'm not making sure things are secure, my eyeshadow is gonna crease. I am so impressed that these eyeshadows did not budge. And let me tell y'all something else. I did 1,000 jumping jacks today outside. Yes, I was sweating and my face still looks like this. Now granted, I wasn't like wiping all over my face and things like that, but I was outside for a good piece of change. I had this sweater on. For me, I am really impressed by how everything held up, especially these cream products, because I really wasn't expecting to see the cream products at the end of the day. But I'm really thankful to KOSAS for being so generous and sending me all of these products so that I could try them out for you. Thank you all so much. I really do appreciate this. Now, obviously, everybody can't purchase every one of these products, so I will suggest to you like my top picks. Hands down, first recommendation is gonna be this. Like I said, I've had this over 2 months. It is so tried and true, and I swear by this tinted face oil. Highly, highly suggest this. First recommendation. Second recommendation, I'm gonna have to say these eyeshadows, and I'm very shocked because I didn't really know how these were gonna work and how they were gonna last throughout the day. I'm so impressed that they did not crease, and I am loving this shade Copper Halo. Like, I know for sure this is gonna be a one and done type of eye look for me. And then, ooh, I've had to do a top 3. If I had to do a top, oh, this is hard. If I had to do a top 3, I'm gonna go with one of these duos. So either the cream duo or the blush duo, and here's why. The lip products I think are amazing, but I feel like lips, you know, if you got a good lip product at home, it's not like you have to get another lip product. Although I fully recommend any of these lip products that I have here. Like this lip oil, I think it looks so pretty. I love how it feels on my lips. These lipsticks were beautiful. The lip balm, I mean, I recommend them all. Recommended it all. But these quads, I mean, these blush duos, I think they are worth the investment. If you're wanting to try a cream product, highly suggest the cream ones. If you're like, I'm not really a cream person, but I really want a nice powder product, I would go with this. The concealer, in all honesty, I don't think this is something that you have to have, but it's really nice, and I really will be using these for sure. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it useful and helpful. Thank you again to KOSAS for sending me all of these amazing products. It really does mean a lot to me, and I do not take this opportunity lightly. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.